Well, that was a movie.
Hello, welcome back to First Thoughts. I'm Simon, this is Justin, and today we're giving our first thoughts on the 2026 revival of Scary Movie. If you didn't know, the Wayans brothers have control back of the franchise, and they brought in their director, Michael Titties. I don't know if that's how you pronounce his last name, but I am saying Michael Titties.
I mean, it better be Michael Titties.
Who, if you're not familiar with that name, he's directed other Marlon Wayans films, like he did 50 Shades of Black, and he did at least The Haunted House 2. I don't know if he did the first one, but if you didn't know about the Haunted House movies, that was Marlon Wayans kind of trying to pick up where they left off with Scary Movie, so it was very fitting to bring that guy back to direct this. If you're not familiar with the Scary Movie franchise, how's your rock, and what kind of rock are you living under? It's a parody. It started primarily as a parody of Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer, but obviously it's much more than that. I mean, even in the first one, they were parodying things like The Matrix and other things, and the franchise has really gone into parody just about everything in pop culture, regardless of genre. So this one is taking the biggest stab at the rebootquels, they call them, where it's like both a reboot of the franchise but also a sequel, like the latest Scream and the How I Met Your Mother was what I was going to say. I Know What You Did Last Summer, and those movies where it's like we're bringing you a new cast of characters and the old cast is returning.
Of course.
But we're going to there's bird shit on my window. That's gross. Get rid of that. But we're going to continue the franchise, but we still want to bring in our old fans, essentially. So it's parodying that. Neither of us rewatched any sort of scary movies in preparation for this.
Nope.
Just kind of banking on the fact that we would remember what we needed to remember. By the way, I've only seen Scary Movie 1 all the way through. I've seen a lot of clips from the other ones. I've seen the most of Scary Movie 2, aside from, obviously, Scary Movie 1, but I've never sat through any of them all the way through, other than the first one, which I am a big fan of the first Scary Movie. I love it, and I've seen the Haunted House films. But how about you? What's your history with Scary Movie?
I'm pretty sure I've seen at least the first two, maybe the first three, and that's about it.
Yeah, it's obviously a franchise that everybody knows about. It started really strong and fell off pretty quick, mostly due to the fact that the brains behind it, the Wayans brothers, you could even say the heart behind it, was stripped away from it. And it's like, well, yeah, the franchise isn't going to do very well when you take away the creative spark and genius. So, it was very highly anticipated, for me at least. I think the general public echoes that, considering that a 10:40 showtime was sold out. People were ready for the Wayans brothers to return to Scary Movie. Despite a trailer that had very mixed reactions, I think a lot of people weren't a huge fan of the trailers that came out. I still had some hopes for this, and I gotta say, I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was pretty much what I expected from Scary Movie, and I got that. I mean, it's good to see the Wayans back in charge.
Yes,
and that's really all there is to this.
The franchise is good again.
Yep.
It is. This was a very funny movie. They're back at it, referencing a million different things. Like, I mean, there was Longlegs, there was Get Out, there was Nosferatu, there was John Wick, there was, of course, Scream, not How I Met Your Mother, I Know What You Did Last Summer. They were referencing everything, like the substance, and it was just so much fun. I mean, I was laughing throughout the whole movie. I mean, not every joke lands.
No,
sure.
There was a couple of stinkers, but they moved past those pretty quickly.
Yes, there's so many jokes per minute that when a bit doesn't work, you're just like, oh, okay. But like, your smile still hasn't faded from the last joke before the next funny joke happens. That's how quick it is. And yes, there are some member berries in this. They are referencing old stuff.
Hey, it's a reboot. Of course there's going to be some member berries.
Right, and so they're referencing some old stuff, but it's never too much that it gets boring. And they're very self-aware that they're doing it, and I was okay with it. Even for the whole, like, the "Take My Strong Hand," which is one of like the most often misquoted quotes from a movie ever.
Yeah.
They are referencing that constantly because they're like, it's a meme now, and it's like, yes, there's definitely some boomer humor in here, but for the most part, I would say a good 90% of this movie worked for me. It really did.
I don't know if I'd say 90%, but I'm really not mad at it. Like, it's a scary movie. I wasn't expecting anything more than what I got.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty happy with what I got. So.
Yeah, I laughed a lot.
Yeah.
I laughed frequently, and I laughed heartily.
Yes.
Because it wasn't just like, I mean, there was some belly laughs. It wasn't just like, haha, okay, that's funny. No, it's like several laughs were really good, and I really enjoyed a lot of the references too. Like, I was not expecting some of the places it went. It went some really random directions.
Yeah.
Still don't entirely understand why it went some of the places it went,
Just because.
but I wasn't mad about it. I was not mad about it.
So we needed more references, and then we got more references.
We did.
By any means possible.
Yes. Even if it doesn't help the plot at all, and we just feel like we're completely sidetracked for 5 minutes.
Hey, listen, man. Family Guy was and might still be popular. All right?
Is it? I don't know if it's still
I don't
popular.
know if it still is, but
Yeah.
it was very popular. And did their cutaway jokes always line up with the plots?
Did they ever?
Why does this movie need to follow a different formula?
I don't know. Like, I can't remember the last time, though, like, my face has hurt from, like, laughing. And my face hurts after this movie. So, that's a compliment right there.
Damn, I guess this is the funniest movie we've seen in a while. Intentionally funnious movie. We've seen in a
Sure.
while.
Even might just be funniest period. I'm trying to remember what other comedies have come out this year.
This year? I don't know about this year.
I don't know.
The first one that popped into my head was the last Naked Gun.
Yeah. I don't know if that was before or after Friendship. Friendship's a better movie than
I
this.
think Naked
clearly.
Gun was before Friendship, but yeah.
I don't remember what we gave the Naked Gun, but this is very reminiscent of that in a lot of ways, because it's like, it's a reboot, quel thing. Granted, you've got the original cast back, whereas you didn't for the Naked Gun, but it's a very similar thing, where it's
Yeah.
like a franchise that's been dead is now back. And just, you know, it's easier for them to, like, have the spirit because it's the original people. But in a different way, it's tough, because it's like they, you know, when we get, like, Dumb and Dumber 2, where it's like 20 years after the fact, it's hard to make a sequel to something so classic, and like, you need a good reason to make it, and you need to really think through the plot and the jokes and all of that to make sure that it's worth making.
Right.
And I didn't know if it would be, and it proved me wrong. It was totally worth making. I was totally happy with it.
Listen, there was... do you know when the last one came out? How long ago that was?
No idea. But the last one, the Wayans brothers were in control of, was like 01.
Yeah, but I mean like the last one.
Yeah.
But
no
like,
idea. I gotta look it up. Scary Movie 5. There was a Scary Movie 5.
Sure.
So there was already a break in between that. So Scary Movie, the first one was 2000.
Yeah.
Then 2 was in 2001. Then 3 was in 2003. 4 was in 2006. Scary Movie 5 wasn't until 2013. So there's already a 7-year gap there.
Yeah.
And then there was a 13-year gap for this one.
Listen.
So at this pace, we're not going to get another one until 2052 or something.
Well, you know, the Wayans are back in charge. We'll at least get one more, then they'll lose control again.
Yeah.
And then we won't get another one for whatever. But let's ignore 5. You know, it has been like 16 years.
Ignoring 5, it's been 20 years.
20, yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new material. The Wayans are back in charge. This isn't a movie there. It's like do we need another one? It's just a matter of, do we have enough material to make another one funny?
Right.
And there's
And
been
they
enough
did.
years.
Yeah.
The problem is, they're probably going to need like 5 years in between each one to get enough more material. I know there's still a lot of
Yeah.
movies they haven't done, but
Haven't
like,
touched on. But you know, it's like
it's kind of what the other ones, I guess, were for.
it's this might be a weird comparison, but it reminded me of like Weird Al, where like he started taking longer and longer, and now he doesn't even make albums anymore because he was just like less in touch with the music scene, I feel like, and
can see
couldn't
that.
like Like, you know, by the time he put out Party in the CIA, it was like years after the fact. Nobody cared about Party in the USA anymore.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it was interesting to see, like, they're parroting Get Out. I'm like, now granted, Get Out is, you know, iconic. People still talk about it, but not like they did a decade ago or whenever that movie came out. So it's like, it's funny to see them referencing something so old, but they haven't had a chance to. So it's like they had probably a backlog of jokes that they've been sitting on for years.
That's why they could probably pump out another one pretty quickly, but
yeah,
they'll cover all the material they want to eventually. I mean, they've done like the biggest movies of the last 3-4 years already.
I mean, they had a whole separate movie they could have done here with, like, because, like, I guess this isn't really a spoiler, and if it is, who cares, because it's a scary movie, but it's like the Longlegs thing was clearly its own separate thing, and it's like they could have just kept going and made a movie solely parodying that.
Yeah.
That was completely disconnected from this. There was no correlation. Mm-hmm. It's just a rant. Like, think to the one scene that there is in the movie of Longlegs. There is no connection between that scene and the rest of the plot. None. We just cut away and do that and then cut back. Never ties together at all. They could have done a whole separate Longlegs thing, and maybe they will more if they make another one, which, based on how it's being received, well, okay, received by fans, because critics hate this movie, which, oh, shocker.
I mean, yeah, like, have critics ever liked one of these movies?
I doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it. But, like, if it makes money, they're going to make another one, I'm sure.
Well, why wouldn't they?
Right. They should.
It's literally, as long as there's money to be made, it's just a matter of, do we have material to parody?
Yeah. And I'm sure they do. Have you seen the Haunted House movies?
No.
So, it's a slightly different vibe, because if I'm not mistaken, it's Marlon Wayans and none of the other Wayans. I think he's the only Wayans involved.
Okay.
But it's still kind of the scary movie feel in a way. Like, he's just parodying a bunch of different horror movies. So it's like that kind of carried the torch in its own way. But it's like, it's not a scary movie. It's got a different vibe to it. So it was like, I enjoyed those movies, and I still do.
Yeah.
And I'll go back to them. But it's like, this just had a whole different vibe. And it was fun to get the gang back together. It really was. It was a great nostalgia-infused trip that never felt overbearing in the nostalgia. So I had a good time. It's always hard to rank or rate a movie like this, where it's like, is it a well-made movie? Like, plot-wise? Absolutely not.
No.
Is it like there's good acting? No. But it was funny, and I had a really good time.
There was exactly the acting they need for the movie.
Absolutely. Like, they set out and succeeded exactly what they were trying to do. Granted, not at a perfect hit rate, because not all the humor worked, but whatever. So, on a comedy scale, I think it's like a 7.
Yeah, I was literally thinking the same thing.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good. Surprisingly good.
Listen, if you like these, you have a good time.
Yeah.
It won't blow you away, but it's pretty funny. And if you've seen a lot of the horror adjacent series over the last, I guess, decade,
yeah,
you'll have an even better time.
Yeah, it makes a lot of references to a lot of movies we've seen.
Yeah.
More movies that I've seen than you've seen, because there was a couple of references in there I'm sure you didn't get that I got.
Probably. But, hey, I got a lot of them. So
yeah, you got enough to have a good time. And yeah, this movie is definitely a good time. And I don't know if it's just me being a 30-year-old versus a 12-year-old or however old I was the first time I watched Scary Movie. When I saw the original one, it was just like, it felt like they crossed so many lines. And this doesn't have that same vibe. Granted, I don't know that they've like eased up at all. I think it's just the lines have moved in the past 20 years.
Yeah.
And also I'm not 12. So
that does tend to help, yeah.
So this didn't necessarily feel edgy, if that's something that like you wanted. Like I said, there is some boomer humor in there, but I don't have any major complaints. I had a really good time watching it.
But listen, if you're 12, edgy, you know.
Sure. Maybe. I don't know. I don't talk to 12-year-olds. I don't know what they
Me
think
neither,
is edgy.
but you know.
So
it's got cursing and references to movies and,
yeah,
you know, drugs.
Some
Yeah,
penises.
edgy. There you go.
Stabbings.
That sounds edgy for 12-year-olds.
Lots of sexual references. I guess, yeah, if I saw this at 12, I'd probably be like, whoa, about some stuff, but...
I mean, that's how I kind of felt about some of the other ones, especially Not Another Teen Movie. They put that shit on Netflix, and I was like, okay then. Click.
That's what we had to think, spoiler-free. We're going to get into spoilers now, which in these kind of movies is just kind of talking about our best bits, I guess, our favorite bits. Or maybe a couple of our least favorite bits. I don't know. It's not really important for the plot-wise, but if you don't want any of the jokes ruined ahead of time, you can click away, go watch it first, come back, and we can talk about it then. But don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So, joke spoilers. Yeah, falling into the K-hole and being like, no, it's a K-pop hole
Yeah.
was so out of left field to me.
And then remixing, was that Golden by the
Yeah.
K-pop Demon Hunters?
To being a demon fucker.
Yep.
Fucking sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
It's topical.
I guess. Is it still? Yeah,
I
it was
mean,
funny.
yeah,
There
yeah,
were
it's
some
topical.
things that were dated already, which was crazy because they made a reference to Demi Moore or Demi not winning an Oscar, and they're like, it's never gonna happen. And it's like a lady just won an Oscar for a horror movie for Weapons last year, and it's like, or this year. It's like, well, that didn't age well. I think there was also it felt like there were several scenes that they filmed like they were like clearly reshoots because like they knew about the Oscar results for Tiana Taylor.
Yeah.
And so it's like that whole scene felt like an afterthought. Like they were like, oh, she didn't win the Oscar. We should make a scene with her.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's kind of random, but sure.
It's a solid scene.
That scene was funny. It was.
Yeah.
But it was just, it was like clearly a reshoot to me.
I mean, yeah, it does feel like a sort of thing that just like, we could add a few extra minutes to the movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I also, I was torn because like, so when the movie starts, they're not really focusing on the original cast except for Shorty's there the whole time.
Right.
And so I was like, oh, okay, we're doing that reboot thing. And so it was like, I was starting to try to be interested in the new cast of characters. And then they bring back the original cast. And you're like, oh, there they are. And you kind of think they're going to be there for a scene or two and then be gone. But then they stuck around. And then we stopped focusing on the new cast. And I was like, so they all kind of feel pointless. Like, I completely forgot that, I don't know his name, but the black guy died. I didn't even remember him dying. And then they dragged his body in the room when they were lighting it on fire. I was like, he died at some point, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember it. I still don't remember it.
Shit.
It wasn't a very memorable scene. Dude, Shaq was hilarious. I was so happy because they're like, Kevin Hart. And I was like, okay. And then, like, you can tell right away it's not going to be him because they're hesitating.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Honestly, that was going to be Cat Williams for some reason.
I don't know, but Shaq was the best choice for that.
Yeah.
And then it was also an excuse for Marlon Wayans to do his Shaq impression, which I'm not going to complain. It's good. Enjoyed it. Some of the references were pretty subtle, too. And they even referenced how, like, people aren't going to get these references. Like, they referenced It Follows, like, 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
And when they're referencing it the last time, they're like, nobody's going to get the It Follows references, but it's great. Because, like, when he's talking about, like, seeing his parents having sex in the car, which is during the Get Out reference.
Yeah.
Within that reference, they then reference It Follows because that car shot is the exact same shot from It Follows.
Oh, okay.
And so I was...
Squirting and everything?
No, but like the car and the lighting and the angle and everything, yes.
And his body flooding out the side.
Great shot, by the way. Yeah, no, this movie was like really clever with some of its references. I thought it was funny and smart. I also just loved a lot of the one-liners. Like at one point, they're doing the John Wick thing, and so she's just shooting all the doors.
Yeah.
And then the one guy's like, what do you have against closets? Stop!
Yeah, that John Wick scene was funny.
Yeah.
They started having her do all the main stunts from the various movies while she's standing on the side watching the stunt woman work.
Yeah, this stunt woman's great. Like, yeah. What are you doing, John Wick? I'd say ballerina, but nobody watched that shit. So, yeah, no, I I really don't have any complaints. Obviously, not every joke lands. There's some boomer humor. But even the big one that people were really cringing at in the trailer, which was like the they-them thing in the trailer, in the, like the train scene.
Oh, yeah.
That was better in the film than it was in the trailer. Because it built on that. It wasn't just that. That wasn't the whole punchline.
Right.
It kind of became like an airplane moment where the people just keep coming up.
Oh, yeah, no,
in the line.
I legit thought it was going to be a direct Airplanes reference where they were going to go to the back of the line and see the people. But I was wondering how they were going to have different weapons. I was hoping they were going to have like different knives or something. No, I was expecting an absolute direct airplane reference there.
Yeah. So that ended up being pretty good, actually. And I'm pretty sure, because like people are like, it's weird that he would have such a tacky joke because Marlon Wayans has a trans kid. And I was like, yeah, that does seem like a weird thing for him to say. And then there ended up being a lot of humor in there, at least for a few scenes, about this guy with a trans kid. I'm like, well, there's the humor.
Yeah.
It's him being a relatable boomer parent to all the other parents that are watching this, I guess so. We're on the younger edge of the demographic for this film. I think probably there's a lot of people in their 40s and maybe even older that are watching this being nostalgic. So
yeah, I mean, 25-year-old franchise. So
yeah, I mean, if you were 30 when the first one came out and you were a fan then yeah, you're fucking old.
We had the Sinners church scene.
Yes, I did not know. Like the second I saw him pulling up in the car, I was like, "Of course they're doing Sinners."
Yeah.
How did I not realize that they were going to do that? And then they brought back Sinners later when the white guys are trying to get inside the party.
Gentrified, moving on.
And they're like, "We're gonna leave, but we're gonna walk slowly in case you change your mind." Change your mind yet? No. Go. I'm not gay anymore. I like women. Women. You've seen that, right? That clip?
Maybe?
Oh my God. Because that's why, like, he gets up there and he's wearing the same suit as the guy. And I go, thinking, like, I get that reference, but I didn't. I forgot what it was from. But I was just like, it must be from Sinners because they're doing Sinners right now.
Yeah.
And then once he started doing the I'm not gay anymore, I was like, oh no, that's that.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women. I said women. I'm not gay.
Should take that WO off that. But yeah, he was wearing the exact same suit as him. And I was just like, I recognized the jacket. I was like, that's something. And then like they kept cutting to the congregation's reaction. I was like, oddly enough, they cast like some very like gay looking guys in this crowd. I'm like, that's an odd choice for it to be like, you know, a conservative church reacting to this like guy being gay. And then they all start twerking. Like, that's why. They needed some dancers in there. I get it now. I get it. Yeah, no, there's a lot to like about this movie. It's funny. It is very funny. And yeah, I don't know. I think you probably could have missed a dozen jokes without realizing it. There's just so many jokes so fast. So, hard recommend. I would still say the original Scary Movie is the best, but this is up there. I don't know if it's the second best. I haven't watched most of them all the way through, but this is definitely a worthy addition to the catalog. So, hard recommend.
Gives solid hope for the future. I don't know where to rank it on the other ones. It's been so long.
Yeah, didn't rewatch them at all.
You know what? I'm happy for this one too.
Yes.
You know,
glad I saw it.
Back
you
on
tried
track.
to talk me out of it, you bastard.
Listen, it was a sign. That's all I'm gonna say.
Had a 5.9. Undeserved. Like, I get it. Like, it's a comedy. Those get ranked a little lower. It's also a parody. Those get ranked real low.
Yeah.
Because, whatever. Critics giving it a 20, sure, makes sense. But fans giving it a 5-something, bullshit. This is a good movie. I had fun. So, that's what we had to think. What did you guys think, though? Let us know in the comments below. And, of course, don't forget to like, share, follow, subscribe, and follow us on TikTok because we post there.
Sometimes.
Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
Bye.